Mom?
What?
Where are you doing?
Oh, just getting all my ducks in a row. All my shipping ducks.
Looks like you got a lot of ducks
I have
to
a lot
get
of
in a
ducks.
row.
It's the Tuesday after Memorial Day, which is kind of like if it was a Monday.
Yep.
Instead, it's a Tuesday, but it's just as busy as a Monday, if not more so. So today, actually, they kind of took it easy on us. We only had 240 orders today, so things are slowing down a little bit. Yes, we have all of these orders here. Thank you to all of you folks, especially to the Call Me Chris crowd. There have been some recent comments in the YouTube videos, you guys thinking that we're complaining about having too many orders. We're not. We're totally happy and excited and lucky to have so many orders. It's a good problem to have. And,
Yeah, we used to have to worry about hitting our head on the ceiling.
Yeah.
And now we can worry about not being able to reach the ceiling of orders.
Yes, making enough candy, and hey, it's fresh.
Yeah.
We let it dry before we package it.
Oh, okay, good,
yes,
good.
Yeah, because otherwise it'll smear in the bag and stuff. But heck, it's fresh. And one reason we're even a little more wiped out today is because we were a little sluggish, and we took off a couple days for Memorial Weekend.
People have been commenting also saying that we need to take time off. So.
We did it. Yeah. So as far as production, though, we lost 30 people hours of production.
Yeah.
Because we didn't work Saturday or Monday. So yeah, we slacked a little bit, but we're back. We're refreshed and we're back. And we won't do it again until July 4th weekend. And then we're taking on 4 days.
Woo!
Yeah.
Between now and then, can we even get like a tour of what is in stock at the moment?
So keep in mind that we were closed for a couple days and we didn't produce anything for a couple days, but folks kept ordering. So it's a little sparse, shall we say. Although to be fair, your dad took a picture this morning of how bare the shelves were. And since then, we have added a few things. We had a big bare spot.
Yeah, you guys actually did add quite a bit in just today.
I said that we took time off. Brad worked on Saturday. He asked if I wanted him to make chips. I said, sure. You guys want chips, right? Chocolate covered potato chips? Yes. Yes, you do. Ask your doctor if chocolate covered potato chips are right for you.
Oh, we got to turn the music off. Hold on.
Kaitlyn! So like I said, Brad did come in because Brad is not a slacker. But we are. What can I say? So Karen did all these beautiful chips today. And we did some cookies and cream bark. And Kaitlyn just got this on the shelf, the peanut butter cookie bark. And we've caught up on these barks a little bit. Like, these are the two favorites. And
yeah, they were not there earlier today.
No.
And this was completely bare, too.
Like I said, your pot took a photo, and I sent it to you. It's kind of empty. Now, the clusters, on the other hand, we need a little help here. But you're not running a video this week, and maybe not even next week.
Yeah.
So that should give us a chance to really catch up instead of listening to us whine about how we can't keep up. And then I'm also going to have a little bit of time to interview some people for part-time help, fill some empty slots here, and see if we can, ramp up production.
That was one of the reasons why I thought, okay, you're going to need some time because you keep wanting to hire people and you keep not being able to because you keep not having enough time to even...
I don't have time for an interview.
Right.
Yeah. Because, you have to give yourself enough time slots in a day.
Yeah.
And to really be able to talk to them and get to know them. And if you're like, hurry up and tell me everything I need to know, I got to get back out there.
Yeah.
That's not a real good interview.
Yeah.
So in light of that, we're just going to slow things down a little bit since they're not going to slow down on their own. We're just going to turn the faucet to a drip instead of
some of the employees recently have been saying they're tired, and I was like, okay, that's kind of a telltale sign that we need to just...
Yes. Although funny thing is,
brakes a little.
Caitlyn, over there, she said she was a little bit sad after Easter because she thought it was going to get all slow. Well, she's got nothing to be sad about. But yeah, we really need some help in the cluster realm and the marshmallow realm, and clearly in the vegan realm. That's not going to take you very far.
No, you got like
The whole realm.
one vegan can take that out.
Although we made the tart fizzy y'all have been hankering for, and we'll be making super sour this week, probably Thursday. And we did make a bunch of the single flavors. Ribbon candy, we made it, got wiped out. It happens. But we'll probably be making that next week. So you might see that depending on when you put this video up. Okay. So also when you come back, hopefully we can get this table filled back up with stuff. Yes, we want lots of stuff on this table. We're hitting the canisters pretty hard. We still need another row.
Yeah, this looks
but we're getting
filled.
there. Well, we should have a bottom row too.
Right.
So.
That's pretty good.
But yeah, we're getting there. And brittle, well, clearly we need some brittle. So this week will probably be brittle and hard candy for our boiled candies because we usually do 2 boiled candies in a week. And it's a short work week because of being closed on Monday. So your dad and Brad will be here on Saturday to make candy. No more slacking. But Julia and Ezra, it's just a 4-day work week for them. So, a little less production, but that's okay. We're getting there. This is the Tart and Fizzy where it lived for a little while.
Well, not the Tart and Fizzy, the tart treats.
Yeah, tart treats. You know what I meant.
Too many things to keep track of.
Too many tart things. But, so we'll have to circle back and do those again because it did make a bunch, but you bought a bunch. Mm-hmm. What you going to do?
What
you going to do?
We're going to make more when they order.
Okay, that's a good idea. I'm going to write that down.
Okay.
Any questions I can answer for you?
How are the assorted chocolates? Because they look a little
sparse.
empty,
Well, it's all about keeping up with the nut clusters, nut cups your dad is trying. And actually, we could pack up some more, but they just finished shipping. And they're trying to package up some barks to get stuff on the shelf over there. Because for these here, the assorteds, people can come in and ask, and we can make them to order. We can pack them right up, so it's not a big deal. But probably tomorrow somebody will pack a bunch of them because I anticipate tomorrow being slower. So we can actually make some more candy.
Yeah, because we haven't posted a video at this point in like a week or more, I think.
Yeah.
And we'll probably wait like another week before we do post another video.
Yeah.
Until you guys are ready.
Exactly. Well, let's get some stuff on the shelf. Let's fill in these bare spots. I mean, you've seen the marble table. That's what it looks like. Now we're going to cover it with candy. And that's all I have to say about that. Now I'm going to get back to work before corporate hears that I've been slacking again.
I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse. How does a 30-day money-back guarantee for Surfshark VPN sound?
I'm in.
And an extra 4 months free.
Is that even legal?
Who cares? With Surfshark, you can make it look like you're in, Italy, for example.
Now, why would I want to do that?
Did you know that The Office is still on Netflix in Italy? And as long as your internet service provider thinks you're there, you've got full access to it. Or any other show anywhere in the world, for that matter.
Is that safe?
It's much safer than not having a VPN. It makes it harder for anyone to get any of the information you have on any of your devices. And speaking of devices, Surfshark lets you use their VPN on an unlimited number of devices.
This does sound like an offer I can't refuse.
I knew it would be. And if you want this deal, then make sure to go to surfshark.com/hcandy for your 30-day money-back guarantee and 4 months free of Surfshark VPN.
Who are you talking to? Are you wearing a wire?
Mom, if you don't know, then I really can't tell you.
It's a lot of wike that just got done.
Oh, yeah.
I heard that you were sad that you weren't going to have enough wike.
But the tables turned, and I had enough work, so I'm happy.
So what were you going to be sad about?
So usually after Easter, we slow down a lot, and things get so much slower. We have a lot less shipping, and then everything just slows down, and it gets a little bit boring, which is fine, but I was a little sad because I wasn't ready for it to end, and luckily it didn't because of the Call Me Chris video.
Oh, yeah. And then I feel like
Mother's Day.
The YouTube and TikTok have both been doing pretty well recently, so I think that also adds to it as well.
I agree.
And I've heard people recently come in and say that they came in, they didn't even know about our YouTube channel, they didn't know about TikTok, like, oh, I found you guys on Instagram.
Yeah,
so
there has
all
been a
the
lot of
social
those.
media is bringing everyone in, so
Love it.
yeah, that definitely has been very, very helpful. So that was what was this one? This is the s'mores bark. So we're getting that up there, and then it's potato chip bark there. Yeah, my mom said earlier that you're barking.
I
I
bark
was like,
every
where's
day.
Kaitlyn? She's like, she's barking.
Bark, bark.
So this is the Fruity Pebbles bark. We don't always have this time of year. It's often just around Easter. So it's lucky that we even have this. And you're working on what, Dad?
Cashew clusters.
Are there any clusters that you guys used to carry that you guys don't make anymore?
Yeah, we used to make hazelnut clusters, but they didn't sell hardly. And then macadamians too. They didn't sell.
Yeah, because people were asking for white chocolate macadamia clusters.
They don't sell hardly.
I wonder if they probably cost more, right?
Oh
'Cause
yeah,
very expensive
they're
nuts.
expensive.
Yeah, I wonder if that was why, the price point.
I
something.
don't know. They don't sell anyway.
Because a lot of people were asking for them, so it's just surprising that they wouldn't. This is how you used to do it in the basement, huh?
Yeah.
Still the same way.
Same way.
But you get to do it above ground.
Yeah.
How neat is that? Now you get to look out a big window
Yeah.
instead of a little one.
I can see the sun.
You can see this. Hey, I'm always here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try something new here while I talk about what's going to be happening the next few weeks while we're taking a break from YouTube. You can watch Cara make assorted mango chocolates. And if you just can't get enough of mango cream videos, there's a video on the channel from about 5 years ago of making mango cream from starch to finish. And there's even a video from just a year ago on the ASMR channel that you can go check out, and those will both be linked in the iCards as well as the description. So anyway, everyone here is a little tired. Usually people can work at a little bit of a faster pace around the holidays, knowing that there's an end in sight, and so far there hasn't been one. And for a business that is a phenomenal problem to have, that is something that business owners dream of, and we wouldn't be able to have that problem if it wasn't for all of you guys who support us. That problem provides job security for everyone here and allows my parents to eventually retire someday worry-free. So thank you so much for being loyal viewers and customers. We literally could not do this without you guys, but the candy makers literally can't make candy as fast as you guys are buying it. And the same thing is true with the candy wrappers and shippers. A couple times we had so many orders that we actually ran out of cold packs and couldn't ship anymore until the next shipment came in, which is a unique problem to have. And more than once we've had to take assorted chocolate boxes off the website because we're missing so many nut cups and creams that we just couldn't put together an entire box. And that's kind of like our metric around here to let us know that things are really busy. We recently even had a customer come in and ask if we were closing because there's almost nothing on the shelves. And we're like, no, actually the exact opposite of that is true. We could not be more busy. So part of what we're doing in this time away from YouTube is actually hiring new people. My mom kept putting it off because she was like, there's gotta be a slow time coming soon. I'll just hire more people then. Because if you've ever hired employees, then you know that that comes with paperwork and interviews, and it just takes time away from her usual work, and she hasn't been able to find time to do that. So we decided to make time. So now we have 2 part-timers, and if you're wondering, no, you won't see anybody on the channel anytime super soon because we like to let people just get adjusted to the new job, ideally for a couple months before we shove a camera in their face. And if you're wondering why just part-timers, we want to see if this is just like a one-time bump in business or maybe this is the new normal. So we feel that it's best to expand slowly. If you expand too quickly, then your overhead gets to be more than it's worth. And then the last thing you want to do is give somebody a job only to take it away or slash their hours. We would rather give somebody a job with the opportunity for more hours in the future if they want it. And the last thing is that I've seen enough people that have left comments saying that they want to place an order, but we're still out of like half the things that they want, and I get it. So then we're left with frustrated customers, and we obviously don't want that. So we'll rest a little while making a lot of candy, and we'll be training new employees, and we're hoping in a couple weeks we'll be able to post videos again at least once a week and actually meet the demand. And the people who have been patiently waiting for everything to be in stock will finally be able to place an order. So the next time we post a video, we'll actually have everything in stock, or almost everything.
was close. Fogging up the lens. Getting better at the scrape, Ezra. Been practicing
Oh yeah.
At home.
once a week,
He makes brittle at home.
just to
Every-
practice the scrape.
Yeah. I make a batch every day when I get home.
Just can't stop making brittle.
You just get homework. Mom and Dad's
And then
hanging out
you make your parents help you. Dad, help me scrape this.
Back when I was a kid, we had to make brittle by ourselves. We didn't ask our parents for help.
I have made brittle before at home.
Yeah?
Yeah.
From like the same recipe, just smaller?
Yeah.
How'd it go?
It was great.
Did it like get cold really fast? Like a lot faster than here?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's so small.
I had to stretch it immediately.
Yeah. How did you pour it? Did you like pour it into a pan or something?
Yep. Just like a sheet pan.
Oh,
Baking.
okay. Interesting. 'Cause I've heard of people doing that, but I've never seen people do it.
Am I a pretty girl? Well, yes.
So are you tired at all, Cara, from all this business?
A wee bit. Has not slowed down. No break in sight.
When was the last time you guys had a break?
Oh, Memorial weekend. So this past weekend, but other than that, that's about it.
October.
November,
You guys had Christmas Day off.
we did. Lucky us. Santa.
Santa gave us a day off.
He did all the work that day. He came in and did everything.
What a guy, huh?
Yeah.
Still a little soft.
Oh! He said go ahead. I was like, okay.
He said, "Go ahead and wait."
I didn't say go ahead. Did I say go ahead?
I don't
We'll
know.
just gaslight him into thinking that he did
yes.
say that.
Yes, he did.
It's all your fault, Ezra.
You're on trial.
You know what? Now it's the mistakes are coming out of Ezra's paycheck.
You didn't say anything as I'm doing. You're just like, well, she's going for it.
I figured we could
All
just
right.
just fuse back
I'm
together.
just fuse it back. I'm just practicing with the scissors, you know.
Yeah, basically it's one.
I mean, I was thinking the reason I didn't say anything was because if you cut it here, I could have done it, but you cut it like 4 inches too big. I was like,
You're like, I can't do anything with that anyway. Let it fuse.
We're just having fun. I'm helping.
So she can't cut it too wide because then it'll
Wait,
go
do you
under.
want it cut here?
no, it's fine now. It's just like
Oh.
if it was cooler, or if it was like, I can't explain.
We trust you.
So if you cut it here, I could have done it, but
because it's
it's a little big, I think it'd be a little floppy. But I think it's
Floppy.
fine now.
like a floppy bunny.
Yeah, see how
Oh,
Oh yeah, your hands would go right through that.
that ain't ready.
Tell
We don't
me,
want
you
it.
know,
We don't want it on the floor. Is that the whole objective, to not have floor
might be
brittle
easier to stretch it.
with your shoes?
with your shit.
Who wants
It's just like
shoe brittle?
slice it.
Yeah.
In the
Like
same spot,
pizza?
is that okay?
Slice it like pizza. It really does seal back up.
Yeah.
He did it.
I didn't doubt you for a second.
Come on, Cara, I thought you worked out.
I gotta use both hands. I don't know. I gotta practice the scissor workout.
Yeah, you gotta do some more forearm exercises.
I guess so. I think my forearms are pretty big. I need to work on my grip strength.
I think it's because you're cutting it with the very tip of it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's cold back on the edges. I'm helping. I'm bringing this over.
You guys gonna need me to help you stretch it?
No.
That's what I mean. It seems like getting cold fast.
Sure.
Okay. Oh yeah, this is cold.
It was weird how it was so soft in the center.
Yeah, I think you guys waited a little too long.
But the edges.
Yeah, the center is like this part's stretching easy, but this end is not. Cara, can you explain for the new people why we stretch the brittle?
Oh, so it's not so thick that you crack your teeth when you're biting into it.
Believe it or not, this channel is not sponsored by the dentist industry.
Yeah, the thinner it is, the easier it is to eat and not break your teeth.
And then the less dentist visits you have to pay
Yeah.
for, the more you can spend on candy.
Yeah. It's a win-win. We want you to come back.
But return customers who don't break their teeth.
Did I do that? Look what I can do. That's right, you know what I'm talking about?
Might have been before his
That
time.
was Mad TV.
Stuart.
Stuart? No, you know what I'm talking about?
Not that one. I know Magic TV. I've never seen that one.
It's a classic for millennials.
Cult classic. Say your goodbyes. It's a good forearm workout.
Yeah.
It's just breaking. That works too.
Well, it is brittle.
Quite dainty.
Is this hard to clean?
Oh yeah. Very physically taxing.
Yeah, no, people actually do comment all the time. They're like, I wouldn't want to be the one to clean that kettle. But actually with hot water, it comes off pretty easily. What are you doing in here?
I was bad,
Yeah. Again?
so I got banned. I'm covering lime creams with white chocolate. We don't have any other way to cover them except for by hand.
Maybe someday you can get a white chocolate and rover, huh?
It's not that important.
Yeah.
So just spend one day doing these.
Yeah. I think people do still like seeing, not even I think, I know people still like seeing things like this done by hand.
Yeah, this is it's a craft. You know? Not too many people can really do this anymore. It takes time to learn how to do this.
Especially do it well.
Yeah, even getting the chocolate out of the kettle onto the table. That's you have to learn how to do that first,
Yeah.
without getting it all over the place.
And then to be able to throw it into your hand without looking.
Yeah, that's true. I don't even look. You're right.
Have you done this before?
A couple times. Yeah, I used to do all the creams like by hand, every single one of them.
I remember.
That was pretty tough.
Yeah, not even looking. You do with your eyes closed?
See, yeah.
I don't know if you could place it onto the paper without looking though.
No, I have to see what.
Okay. Where you left off.
Yeah.
We haven't had a video in 3 weeks, and I'll show you what we've accomplished in 3 weeks. We've still been extremely busy, but and I still think it's from Call Me Chris.
I think that like a lot of the other videos have been doing well, and
Yeah.
TikTok is also doing well.
And hitting 1 million subscribers on our own.
Yeah.
But it's all come together to make a perfect storm. And it actually is a perfect storm. Sometimes perfect storms are bad. This is good. Who doesn't want to be, what business doesn't want to be busy? We're putting the busy in business. Anywho, this is what we've accomplished. Okay, Chip's just barely holding on.
Yeah.
But we do have Brad here today. And we did reintroduce dark chocolate covered potato chips, which we have not had basically since Brad left during the pandemic. So we're just like, we just can't keep up. Well, we couldn't even keep up with the milk ones, so that's kind of silly. Cow chips are back, so sure, they're low right now, but he is making those today. So a lot of our bear spots are being made today. So we've got, this is bear dark chocolate potato chips, or chip bark, toasted coconut marshmallow bark. It's ready to be packed. We're still a little sparse on our clusters, but we're working on that. We did hire somebody by the name of Joe, who you're not going to meet just yet because Joe trained for 2 days, but then he had to go to Italy for a yoga retreat with his sister, which, they planned that ahead. He's helping there. All expense trade trip to Italy, all food included, or I'll train here for a part-time job. That was a tough one, but he went with the yoga thing in Italy, and I understand. Okay, so Joe, I hope I didn't spill all your secrets. Anywho, so, because Joe's going to be working on clusters.
Okay.
But, there's several of us that can do clusters, but we just figured that he'd be a good place to fill the seat when Steve is off on Mondays and then on Saturdays because Julia and Ezra aren't here, so he can work on Saturdays and just really try to keep our candy making going at all times. Okay, Fruity Pebbles bark, we're going to make that tomorrow. We can really only have room for 3 barks a day. And again, the clusters, we'll be working on those. We have filled in our vegan stuff fairly well. We've got a little more to go, but we've got potato chip bark, chocolate covered pretzels, chocolate covered cashew brittle, marshmallows, toasted coconut marshmallow bark, and those are with Dandy's marshmallows. Those are still vegan. And then Cara's cookie bark, which is vegan chocolate with Oreos and Nutter Butters. Yum, yum, yum. We've started, we've got some novelties. We're getting there on the novelties. Looks like we got to go get the dogs out of the kennel because I'm pretty sure we have some more. Karen's working on frogs even as we speak. We did do the hard candy. I mean, this goes so fast.
Yeah.
But we are planning on making, so I usually only keep 1 or 2 assorted ones at a time because if you make an assorted one like Tart and Fizzy or Fruit and Friendly, you can only make that one thing for the day. So you only have one item because there's nine flavors in there. So it's just, so I do like doing the single ones because you get more variety. But the next one we're going to make, we haven't had it for about a year, is going to be the tropical medley. So all the tropical flavors, coconut and rum raisin and lime and other ones that I can't remember, but it's 9 flavors. So we will be having the tropical medley very soon this week.
And we do have the tart and fizzy. A lot of people have been asking about that.
Yes, between the tart and fizzy and the soda flavors, we're kind of like going back and forth because those are both fizzies. Because people are asking for the soda flavors. Once the tart and fizzy's gone, then we'll make the soda flavors. And then the fruit and friendly, we'll get to it. And that used to be our number one hard candy, but the super sour just knocked its crown off. Anywho, we did make ribbon candy this week, so we've got 4 varieties right now. Peanut butter molasses, chocolate filled with pecans and caramel, the perennial favorite, green apple with a caramel filling, and s'mores ribbon candy, which is a vanilla ribbon candy, and we've got marshmallow fluff and golden grahams and chocolate down the middle. So don't toast that over a fire. That's not gonna work out.
I'm glad you said that.
Yes, you're welcome. Okay, now we do have a little bit of a dilemma. Our milk enrober is down, and they probably can't come to fix it until next week. So in light of that, we're leaning into dark. So we're going to be low on milk things. So we have dark Rice Krispies treats. That's the Rice Krispies with a layer of caramel on the top and the bottom, and enrobed in dark chocolate. And then the same with sea salt caramels. The sea salt almond bark is going fast. Steve did make some polar bear patties. So it's a polar bear or it's a peppermint patty covered in dark, then covered in white. And this was one of the last things we made on the milk enrober before it decided it needed a vacation. Chocolate covered Nutter Butters. Dark animal crackers. So these will be gone very shortly, so we'll just make some more. Steve did he did do some hand covering of large turtles, because those, you can hand cover those fairly quickly. So we did make those, and those will be getting wrapped today. So we're filling in our canisters a little bit. So we'll have milk pecan turtles, dark pecan turtles, and cashew turtles. And today's Steve's day off, but he should be doing very soon the backwards chocolate chip cookies. It's the crushed chocolate chip cookies with milk chocolate. So we should be having those pretty soon. We've been caught up on the brittle, and we even had coconut brittle for a brief time. Currently, there's only 4 bags left, but we did have it. When this runs, you may or may not be here, hard to say. Again, with the enrobing, if I have to, somebody can hand cover Oreos. Those are faster than something small, like creams. We won't be hand covering any creams. That's just not going to happen. That takes too long. We've
Yeah,
learned.
it'd literally be like a whole day for one flavor.
Yes, that's how we used to do it, and we probably did not charge enough for it. Chocolate covered brittle. Again, we had this. We were able to do this before the enrober started to take a little break. One of the problems with getting the enrober fixed is the RCI show, the big candy convention, is this. I think it's this week. So I'm sure that the Sell Me people are at the show, which is why there's a bit of a slowdown. Now, we did bring back Tropical Treasures. So this is all of our tropical flavors. So this has cashew clusters, coconut clusters, and for creams, there's lemon, lime, mango, orange, pina colada, pineapple, and rum raisin.
And that's just off the top of your head? You just know all that?
Yep, it's just off the top of my head. And now it's not. I think that's all I have to say about that. I gotta get back to work, or corporate's gonna find me and tan my hide.